Mark chapter 9, verses 17 through 27. One of the men in the crowd spoke up and said, "Teacher, I brought my son so you could heal him. He is possessed by an evil spirit that won't let him talk. And whenever this spirit seizes him, it throws him violently to the ground. Then he foams at the mouth and grinds his teeth and becomes rigid. So I asked your disciples to cast out the evil spirit, but they couldn't do it." Jesus said to them, "You faithless people, how long must I be with you? How long must I put up with you? Bring the boy to me." So they brought the boy. But when the evil spirit saw Jesus, it threw the child into a violent convulsion, and he fell to the ground writhing and foaming at the mouth. "How long has this been happening?" Jesus asked the boy's father. He replied, "Since he was a little boy, the spirit often throws him into the fire or into water, trying to kill him. Have mercy on us and help us if you can." "What do you mean, if I can?" Jesus asked. "Anything is possible if a person believes." The father instantly cried out, "I do believe, but help me overcome my unbelief." When Jesus saw that the crowd of onlookers was growing, he rebuked the evil spirit. "Listen, you spirit that makes this boy unable to hear and speak," he said. "I command you to come out of this child and never enter him again." Then the spirit screamed and threw the boy into another violent convulsion and left him. The boy appeared to be dead. A murmur ran through the crowd as people said, "He's dead." But Jesus took him by the hand and helped him to his feet, and he stood up. This story is dear to my heart for a lot of reasons. I actually talked about it in the previous episode featuring my testimony, how the Father's humble response informed the most transformative prayer I've ever spoken. Help my unbelief. The image of Jesus rebuking the demon and saving the boy stuck with me. I really wanted to capture how I envisioned that moment. Maybe it's because I can look back through my life and see all the times I was just like that boy he was holding, protecting, and praying for. One of the things that really sticks out in this story is Jesus' impatience. "How long must I put up with you?" he says. This seems a bit harsh, but this event did happen after Jesus sent his disciples out, 2 by 2, giving them the power to cast out evil spirits, Mark 6:7. He also had been healing the sick and had recently performed several other miracles. After the boy was healed and he was alone with his disciples, they asked Jesus why they couldn't cast the demon out, and his response is measured. "This kind can be cast out only by prayer." Mark 9:29. If you're like me, you might ask yourself, why didn't Jesus start with that instead of responding the way he did? After consideration, I think it's important to recognize the disciples waited until they were alone with Jesus to get clarification from him. Maybe that's because they were embarrassed to show their ignorance to the crowd. Or maybe at the first sign of adversity, they decided it was easier to just expect Jesus to do it. Here's the question I'm asking myself today. How often do I decide a task is too difficult or unfair? In that situation, am I crying out to God for help? Or am I handing it back, expecting him to do it for me?